once again to the most exciting talk show, the Post and Wallet Talk Show, where we discuss finances of individuals, couples, and even organizations. Today, we are going to be diving into wedding expenses, the burden of wedding expenses. Is it supposed to be that of the man only, or is it supposed to be a collective thing for the man and the woman involved in the relationship? On our show today, we have our regular guest, a popular entrepreneur and popular host of the popular podcast, the Art of the Boss podcast, the person of Mr. Ishmael Jalo. Please kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, I am here again, once again, Gabriel Ishmael Jalo. I am a big fan of this podcast and even the production house. So I am household name in this family. So it's a pleasure to be here so that we can digest and ventilate very, very pertinent issue for our audience. I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome once again, Mr. Ishmael Jalo. Moving forward, without wasting much time, you know how we do on this talk show.
Sure.
Today, we want to discuss wedding expenses. As we all know, having a wedding ceremony isn't just a thing of a 1 CD or 2 CD, as you all know. It's something that takes a lot of expenses, and it takes a lot of calculation. It takes a lot of work to make it work out the way it ought to be. So, but today we want to really look at the expenses that comes with these ceremonial activities. Is it supposed to be something that should be handled by the husband, that is the man of the marriage, or is it something that should be shared among the man and the wife, or is it supposed to be taken by the woman alone? So today, again, Mr. Ishmael Jalo, welcome once more. And
Yes.
I want to ask you, what do you think about the expenses in wedding ceremony in recent times?
Yeah, it is a very, very exciting question because people always talk about wedding. They fail to realize that wedding is an occasion while marriage is permanent.
Good.
So when you are entering a wedding expenses, you should already factor in your mind that as I'm putting my hand in this wedding, after wedding, how do we manage the marriage? And also people look at wedding from a cultural perspective, especially today that we have abandoned the African culture, which makes wedding very, very moderate. So what they call white wedding. Where do we get the white wedding from? We have to go and dress like the King of England's family. We have to go to the courts. We have to go, because when you look at the African traditional marriage, it's just the kola nut, 2 sets of the family.
Okay.
That's finished.
Okay.
But when you come to wedding expenses, if you want to finally undertake that type of elaborate wedding expensive or a moderate one, it has to be a shared responsibility.
Okay, so in your own take, Mr. Jalo, you think that if a wedding expenses is to take maybe, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis, it should be a responsibility of both partners.
Not only partner, both partners and both background, both family members.
Okay, so Mr.
Yes.
Ishmael is trying to make us understand that it is not just a responsibility of the people getting married, but even their whole families.
Yes.
It should be involved in the expenses.
Yes, my sister just got married in Sierra Leone after
Yeah.
I lost my mom, and I have to be on a Zoom with them, letting them know that hey, as our sister is going to another family,
Yes.
we have to prove ourselves so that we won't look so cheap.
Good.
So that we won't look like we are selling our sister.
Good.
So we have to know, my viewers know that when a young man come and knock your door and say they are interested in your child, they are not going to buy.
Okay.
They are going to cooperate each other.
Yeah.
They are going to incorporate her in their family.
You should show
so
some
it
stance
has
of
to be a
yourself.
shared responsibility.
Good.
You have to call them and say, how far have we gone? Where have you been? Today people have been frustrated. The man will start looking for loan. I remember I saw a wedding. After the wedding, people has to be knocking at his door.
Good.
He has to pay for the car. He has to pay, and even at that level, the family of the girl are mounting pressure on him to do what he cannot afford.
Wow.
My guy, please don't forget that after wedding there is a marriage which is permanent.
Yes.
Wedding is just an occasion, then while marriage
people
is permanent.
will come for your wedding ceremony, but people will not come and live with you in your marriage.
No. People will not come and live in your marriage.
But people will come for your ceremony.
Come for the ceremony, especially the reception. Yeah, people will not only drink, they will have a takeaway.
All right, Mr. Jallo, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think we all will get the information very clear from what Mr. Jallo is saying. And again, Mr. Jallo, please, I want you to clarify something to our viewers. You try to emphasize on the fact that the responsibility is not really actually that of only the people getting married, but it should be that of their whole families involved.
Yes, even their friends.
Even their friends.
Yes,
everybody should.
It has to be a corporate venture.
Good.
Yeah.
So that is to say that if you are bringing us to that aspect of everybody getting involved in the expenses, it means everyone has to be involved in making the decision of the marriage ceremony as well.
That is why we say we'll have wedding meeting.
Okay.
There's no need for wedding meeting if you don't need input.
That is to say, it is very critical that the wedding ceremony, before the wedding, both families are supposed to have series of meetings where these responsibilities can be scheduled and handled properly.
Yes.
Okay, then my last question to you, Mr. Jallo, is now that you have made us understand that it is very right to share the responsibilities, especially finance of a wedding ceremony, would you say there should be a particular way, or is there a particular percentage or a sharing ratio for the man and the woman in wedding expenses?
Biblically and through the African tradition, in the Bible, both in the Quran, both in the African tradition, it is believed that the man is the head. Okay. So virtually the man should lead. So because the man is leading, please don't leave the burden with him.
Okay.
Don't leave the burden with him. Don't come to the reception to come and mock him. There are people who come to the reception to see what you are doing. But if you know that all these are things that will bring you burden, do the normal African tradition wedding, wherein before the white man sets his legs here, we have very successful wedding and we do it more.
Mr. Jallo, talking about living the white man wedding that could be extravagant and coming for our traditional wedding that is moderate, so to say.
Yeah.
Whichever way, there is still expenses.
Sure.
Even if you want to do a moderate traditional wedding,
yes,
there is still expenses
there must be a budget.
Our concern is the expenses.
Yes, how to
so
manage.
Even if it's going to be moderate,
yes,
it should be shared.
It should be a shared responsibility.
It should be shared. Now, talking about sharing it, what is the best ratio to share it, or should it just be shared on normal common sense?
No.
Or there should be a particular ratio?
No, the man should carry the bulk, but it should be complemented.
A bulk.
Yes, so that the
that
woman,
means like 60-40,
70-30.
70-30.
So that the woman will.
How about 20-80?
20-80.
That's too much on the man.
Yeah, but at least 30 would be good because the man has.
Because I know of some men that can even do 90-10.
Yes, so man
just to make sure that you
yes,
just want the wife to make sure
you don't want to be a partaker.
To be a partaker.
Yeah, you just need to be a partaker.
Exactly.
Yes, it's the man. So
in your own opinion, do you think that is wrong or is right?
No.
Push you to as far as 90% for yourself and giving your wife 10%.
Yes, if you have the means, then you can now say, sweetheart, we want, it's just a common understanding. Okay. Sweetheart, this is what I have saved for this wedding. But I really want your input so that you will also know that it's a journey that we are taking. So your input, whatever small, but please make sure you be a partaker of this process.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it very well.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jallo, before we go, the last but not the least, I want to ask you one simple question.
Yeah.
From all we have discussed, if you happen to find yourself in a relationship heading to a marriage ceremony that you're already planning, and we are to walk by the points we have made here today, that it is important that your wife's family get involved in the responsibilities. It is important that your wife herself get involved, no matter how small it is.
Very, very important.
In contributing to the success of the day.
Yeah.
Now, if I may ask, If you now find yourself with a woman that cannot contribute in any of these areas, cannot contribute not even a penny,
cannot contribute or cannot afford.
Cannot contribute, cannot afford.
Okay, there's a difference of affordability. There's a difference of not contributing.
Yes, not that is to say the woman is incapacitated.
Oh, then I can handle it. It's my wife.
So would you
if
say
they don't have the means?
Okay.
Then I can now foot the bill because I want to marry her.
Okay.
But it is necessary for the woman to see that we will not be that poor that in the entire marriage you will not send 10 sacks of water.
Okay.
You have to do something
So
at least.
what about in a situation that you not say that obviously your wife to be, your spouse, is incapacitated, that you know of, and that is why you have deemed it upon yourself to take up responsibilities. Now, can it get to a point where you say, just like you mentioned, that even if I have to take care of everything, getting bags of water for the guests shouldn't be really a much of a responsibility for yourself or your family?
Yes.
Could that trigger you into anger, or can it be a reason to back off that I'm really tired of this? Not after everything I have done, just to supply water to the guests is a problem. That means this is a no for me.
There must be at least an effort from your counterpart. There are times people don't even have the means to bring water, but they bring self-help.
You have a point there, because I can remember very well back in my hometown, they used to say that for an in-law who loses his father-in-law, if you don't have money, then you should be there to tear firewood and fetch water for those that are cooking. So, my viewers out there, you understand from all we have discussed now that wedding expenses shouldn't really be something of a one-party thing, but should be for both parties that are getting involved in the marriage, so to say. And from what our guest has made us to understand today, it is important that everyone gets responsible for the ceremony. In whatever way you can be responsible, if it means you being the one to fetch water, at least it will be known that you contributed something.
Yes.
If you were the one that got the firewood for the cooking of the jollof rice, it will be recorded that you are the sister or the brother of the wife that was the one that made the arrangement for the firewood for the cooking. In all of this, I think and I believe that we all accept the fact that wedding ceremonies should be a shared responsibility and shared expense and responsibility for the couples and even the whole family of the couples. I remain your host, Samson Erejuwa, on your favorite talk show, the Pulse and Wallet Talk Show. Same time next week. Shalom.